Hey, it's Sid with Table Talk with Sid, another life memo. I want to talk to you about why the opinion of others really is irrelevant, why it doesn't matter. And I want to start off with just giving you a little story behind, in my opinion, the brilliant way my dad worked as he raised me and raised my sisters. So, growing up, I was in middle school at the time, and I have dyslexia. I've had severe dyslexia for my entire life, and up until the age of 24 was really the first time that I could really ever read the signs on the streets, which is, I guess, a little frightening to the rest of you because I'd been driving around for a long time, not really having an ability to read those signs, and so in middle school, I struggled with this. And back then, dyslexia wasn't something that people really understood or were aware of. It's also something I don't like to lean on much because I do truly feel like it was a gift given to me. It helped me to increase my ability to be exceptional in many other things and to really be someone who strives for things that appear to be impossible and with the ability to achieve. And I think that had I not had that beautiful gift, I don't know if I would have been able to be as creative or have the same kind of drive. So in middle school, I am I am struggling, obviously. It was extremely difficult throughout all of school for me to just even get C's. So this one day, I remember getting called out of class, and I'm walking down to the library, which is the library also was sort of like a common area where everybody in the school had to pass through that room to get to their next class. So I find myself going into a room that's in the middle, I mean, smack dab in the middle of the library. All four rooms, or all four walls, are all glass, so you can see everything that's going on in that room. And I find myself in there with about five other kids. And I'm sitting there, and the bell rings, and I'm seeing all the kids passing this room. And all the kids know what this room is for. It's for the quote unquote slow learner, or the dumb kid, or the kid that's falling behind. So I recall sitting there, watching everyone pass, thinking, ah, great. I'm going to get in so much trouble. And as I'm sitting there, I can hear this like ruckus up in the front of the school. And I hear this principal saying, "Sir, sir, sir, you can't just wander into the school like this." And all of a sudden, the heavy doors into the library go swinging open. And it's my dad. And he comes charging in, and all of a sudden, he opens the door to this classroom, and then he signals to me to come over. Now, I don't know how he found out that I was there, but somehow he did. So I pick up my stuff and I walk over to him, fully expecting to get in complete trouble. My dad, as I've noted this several times, that guy's guy, that guy that, was muscular and strong and just the guy's guy. So he puts his big old arm over my shoulder and he says to the principal, "So, sir, can you do a double back?" Well, at the time, it was when I was training for the Olympics in gymnastics. And I remember the principal putting his hands on his hips and saying, "I don't even know what that is. No, I can't." And my dad says to him, "Exactly, sir. We are not punishing you for something you cannot do, yet it appears you are punishing my daughter." He says, "You will never treat my daughter as slow. You will never treat her as dumb ever again. If anyone is slow at learning, it is you, sir." He says, "You need to go back to get further educated on how to educate others because it appears that you think everybody's going to learn one way only, and if it's not your way, then they're going to be deemed as slow and dumb." So he takes me out and he still has his arm around me and he says to me, I want you to remember something. Yes, you need to be able to read and write and do math. I will help you do that. He says, however, I want you to spend your time focused on the things you can do, the things you have talent in. I want you to spend your time feeling great about the things that you're made up of and where you're going. He then goes on to say, you realize majority of people are focused on what they can't do, what they can't have, and where they can't go. Those individuals will never arrive any place because you can't get someplace that you have no hope to get, no direction, and you are not practicing any skill to get there. And he says, so you need to remember that you have skills that most people will never have. It doesn't make you better than them. It says to you that you have talents that they don't have, and they too have talents you don't have. And I do remember him saying, it is a waste of time for you to spend your time ever focused on what you can't have, what you can't do, and where you can't go. And then we walk out of the school and he says, so from this day forward, I will help you to read and write and do your math. And he says, I just really want to see the action of it. Are you sticking with it? Are you doing your best? Are you fulfilling? Are you paying attention? Are you being a team player? He says those things are the secrets to life. Those are the things that are going to propel you to living the life you're meant to live. And he says, along the way, sure, we'd love great grades, but if you just give me grades that are good grades based upon your effort, then I will be as happy as anything. So in this life memo, what I do hope for you that are listening, that you remember you are not meant to add up to everybody else's expectations. You are meant to add up to what you choose to become. Take time to celebrate, to look at who you are. Are you funny? Are you intelligent? Are you an athlete? Are you artistic? Are you well-spoken? Whatever these things are you a kind person? Lean on those, focus on those, talk about those things. Spend your time really putting value, effort, and this attention to what makes you grand. Because the things that you put attention into is what you will become. The things that you put most of your weight onto is where you are heading. Become that person you're meant to be by starting today to focus on your greatness, your brilliance, and what makes you unique. In your day, you may fall down, stand up, brush off, and move on. Talk to you.